The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
The guy's a crook, big time, and he made a mockery of the United States of America. We are laughed at in the Ukraine. In the Ukraine, they say, you lecture us on corruption, and your idiot press can't figure out that we were paying off Joe Biden. And what do you think the Chinese think? The Chinese were paying $1.5 billion to this kid? They were buying the vice president.
You know, I was watching this all weekend and all the stuff going back and forth, and I'm saying to myself, this is amazing. As a matter of fact, I even got a couple of emails. They said, you know, Phil, I love your show, I love what you do, but you're so negative on the market. Everything's fine. Everything's fantastic. Look at our job numbers. I go, well, if that's what you really think, but, you know, what happened to the repo market the other day, last Tuesday? The banks didn't have enough money. Same thing that caused the banks to crash in 2008. We saw the same thing happen again last Tuesday. Same thing. There wasn't enough money in the banking system. There wasn't enough dollars, enough money to roll over short-term loans. So banks, the Federal Reserve, had to print $128 billion last Tuesday to keep the banks open. That's right, keep the bank. But nobody's talking about it. It's amazing. Instead, they want to talk about impeachment. I think, you know, they better start thinking about what's going on in the market here. Everybody's forgetting the market. All they're doing is just listening to the jibber-jabbers here, how everything's fantastic. But it's been 1 year. This market hasn't gone anywhere in a year. But nobody seems to care about that either. Nobody seems to care about the fact that the banks, the Federal Reserve, had to hurry up Tuesday because the banks have no liquid. I told you going back in 2006, 2008 that the banks was all fake. That the banks, I told you that Baby Bush should have let the banks go. Get rid of the big banks, 5 of them, get rid of them. Let the small banks take over, buy all their assets. Because these banks, we're continuing to prop them up. And you know, these banks, the 5 largest banks, they're still being propped up from 2006, 2008. And the proof was, last Tuesday, they didn't have enough money to roll over short-term loans. They had to go to the Federal Reserve, say, hurry up, print us money. We don't have any money. We don't have any money. Print us money. You imagine? That's how the market crashed in 2000, towards 2006, 2008. That's how we started. So I was thinking, and I'm listening to these people on Meet the Press.
It says Ukrainian government officials tried to help Hillary Clinton and undermine Trump. They did so by disseminating documents implicating a top Trump aide in corruption, suggesting they were investigating the matter. Ukrainian officials also reportedly helped Clinton allies research damaging information on Trump and his advisors. There is potential.
That was Ron Johnson. He was on Meet the Press yesterday and trying to convince, they did a good job, what was going on with Trump. But they're looking at the wrong thing. This is amazing. You know, Schiff, if you really think about Shifty Schiff, he's really destroying this country. I mean, he'd be much better off concentrating on the economy. We're right where we were in 2006, 2008. Shifty Schiff. He's focusing on the impeachment instead of focusing on wages. He should be focusing on wages. Friday, we had the phony employment headlines. They were so deceiving. We had the worst yearly wage growth, but the market went up 300 points. 300 points when we had the worst growth in a 1 year period. because they're able to, prop the market up, get it up and going. And nobody knows what's going on. But we take care of our members. We make sure they know what's going on. So we have Shifty Schiff. He's not focusing on, all he's doing is focusing on impeaching the president. He's not focusing on our national debt of $22 trillion. That's what he should be focusing on. Because see, the consequences of the national debt is causing these low wages. That's why wages aren't going up. That's why women, real wages, have gone up only 0.5% since in the last 20 years. Men has gone up 0.25% in the last 20 years. Adjusted for inflation, the $22.65 today is the same purchasing power that we had at $4.03 in the 1980s. Maybe they should get back to that, because we're in trouble. Oh, I know you don't want to hear me say that. You want me to say how great everything is. But boy, I saw that Tuesday. The banks couldn't come up with any money. The Federal Reserve had to come in and bail them out. Wow. So you think of the consequences. The Shifty Schiff is not paying attention to the national debt, which includes, remember what happens, because we got such a heavy debt load. Not $22 trillion, it's $122 trillion. Note that causes lower wages. And that's what we have, low wages. We have low wages because of the debt. Keep borrowing and using their credit cards, We have lower income. We have lower savings, all because of the debt, the national debt. Shouldn't he be working on that instead of the impeachment? We got look at the savings, how terrible, the returns on your savings. Or your pensions or your annuities, terrible. Look at what's going on with our food prices, shelter, clothing, education, healthcare costs, all soaring. And when you have a national debt that keeps going up, that is eventually going to cause a higher marginal tax rate. Causes the interest to keep increasing on this national debt, leaving nothing for infrastructure. Do you know we still haven't built a road or an airport? And China now wants more interest because we're in such trouble. Shifty Schiff is directly responsible for the increase in our household debt, historic household debt. He's responsible, he and Pelosi. The consequences are severe. When you have household debt at $13 trillion, the consequences are very severe, just like the consequences for national debt. You have consequences for the household debt, same thing. Consumer debt is now beginning to negatively affect the health of our economy. Look what's going on. We went from 3.1% GDP down to 2%, and the next quarter we're going to be at 1.5%. Oh, but everything's great. Everything's fantastic. Everything's wonderful. Well, then how come we went from 3 to 2 to 1.5, and I get emails saying, oh, everything's Phil, you got it wrong. So this now is starting to force consumers to spend less. And, oh, by the way, the money that the banks had to go to the Federal Reserve and get them to print so they wouldn't go bust, that shows deflation now. See, people don't want to even know this. We've gone through one hell of an inflationary period because the Schiff should have made sure, and Waters should have made sure, head of our banking, especially Waters, head of our banking, our congressional banking, they should have made sure that when we saw the prices continually to increase in clothing and food and healthcare, they should have forced the Federal Reserve to raise rates to cool it off. They're not doing that. Everybody's acting as if, wow, we've never seen an economy so strong. Well, that's why you want to be a member of my gang, because we're going to be right in the right position. And you should join my gang, I'm telling you. All right, I'll be right back after this break.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Thousands of investors trust philsgang.com to deliver the tools and resources they need to invest with confidence. With the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charts, you have the power to create highest quality, color-coded, easy-to-read charts in just a few simple clicks. Designed specifically for technical analysis and investing, the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock chart seamlessly integrates and functions on mobile, tablet, desktop, and web devices. Isn't it time you leave behind the old stock research routine, spending hours reading websites, out-of-date newsletters, and magazines? Instead, subscribe to the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charts and plan your entire investment strategy. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264, and we'll see you on the charts. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. Learn, invest, and make profits with philsgang.com and give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. So I was watching these Sunday shows and all this stuff that was going on, the impeachment and all this stuff. And I'm saying to myself, God, I got to stay focused with my gang. I'd love to talk about this stuff. It's fun, but I got to stay really focused on the market because people are really getting screwed. They have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. And like these emails I get, people, Phil, you're wrong. The economy's great. Really? If the economy's so great, then why are wages not going up? Our wages are not keeping up. Not at all. Our debt is humongous. Our manufacturing is the weakest in 10 years. Our construction has the biggest decline in 17 years. I could go on and on and on. Banks, this is the key part right here. This is what I watch for my members, the banks. You've got to have strong banks. And right now, the banks are struggling. They're really struggling. Because what happens is every time these yields start going down, people start going into the treasuries and trying to buy bonds for safety. Yields go down and earnings hurt the banks. So there's some great opportunity for the banks to make money when they're going to collapse. Because this is what happened before. And these banks don't have money. I told you, last Tuesday, they had an emergency printing of money, $128 billion to give these banks. They were out of money. They didn't have any money to roll over short-term notes overnight. Is exactly what happened in the crash of 2008. The difference was in 2008, we got to a point where because they were in the repo market, they were giving security in 2008, subprime mortgages. So in other words, you go to you're let's say Bank A, okay? You have Bank A, and he wants to borrow money from Bank B overnight. So Bank A is the borrower. So he goes to Bank B and says, look, I need $100,000 overnight. I don't have any money. So Bank B says, okay, I'll give you the $100,000, but what do you have for collateral? He said, I got some subprime mortgages. Well, that didn't work out too well, did it? And then finally what happened is you had Bank A, B, C, D. All of a sudden they weren't loaning to each other, and that's how the market crashed. Well, we just started to see this again. And nobody's talking about it. No one's talking about it. So, and remember, we also have one of the biggest signals is the inversion of the yield curve. That's still a problem nobody wants to talk about. We have the inversion of the yield curve. We have, and think about this. Again, when you go to Shifty Shift, just think about it for the moment. Okay? I'm working every day with my gang to make them money, to protect them from Shifty Shift. Now, instead of focusing on the national debt, because we have some real consequences. This national debt this big, that means we're going to have lower wages, lower income, lower savings, lower returns on our 401ks, on our pensions. Our food prices are going up, our housing's going up, our clothing, education, health, all going up. We're going to start seeing our higher marginal tax rate go up. Now, that's just the consequences of the national debt. This is what they should be working on. Shifty Shift should be working on the household debt, because there's great consequences when you have $13 trillion in household debt. Consumer debt right now is really getting to be bad, because consumer debt affects the health of our economy. And you saw the economy go from 3.1% down to 2%. Now they're saying it's going to be 1.5% the next quarter. It forces consumers to spend less. This is what we're starting to see now. See, we're starting to see where we went from inflation. We're now getting to a point where we're going to start seeing recession. So the government is trying to do everything they can to encourage the consumers to spend, to borrow. That's why they have these guys on these financial shows keep propping you up, making you feel good. They need you to spend. They don't want to tell you the truth, what's going on. So you got the national debt, you got all those consequences. You got the household debt with a whole set of consequences there. We got historic corporate debt with a whole bunch of consequences that go along with corporate debt. Think about it. Our corporate debt went from $4.9 trillion to $9.1 trillion. Matter of fact, in 2018, our corporate debt surged 86%, but nobody's talking about it. And here, Shifty Schiff and Pelosi are distracted. They want to take Trump and keep distracting him and kill the economy so, they can win. It's not going to work that way. The more they keep distracting the president, he can't do his job. The more he can't take care of the corporate debt, work on the corporate debt. The more he can't work on the national debt. The more he can't work on the budget deficit. The budget deficit also has a whole host of problems. A budget deficit must be financed. So that means yields are going to increase, causing taxes to rise. Then you add that to the national debt. Remember, higher yields keep hurting wages. It always goes back to wages. That's why our wages were in real trouble. And then it hurt small businesses. Then we got a historic trade deficit. That's the evil of all evils. Historic trade deficits, $51 billion a month. That's the root of all economic evils. The consequences there alone, trade deficits, are a killer of jobs and wages. 6 million jobs were lost under Obama. This is terrible. And Shifty Schiff isn't doing anything about it. He wants to put, in Waters, who's on the banking committee, wants to put the president in prison. This is unbelievable. And what are they doing? They're printing more and more money for stock buybacks. What are you, nuts? Stock buybacks is a killer. The biggest threat to our economy has been stock buybacks for the last 8 years. It's killing our economy. It's killing our economic growth. That's why our economic growth is decelerating, not accelerating. But when you listen to CNBC and Fox and everything's fantastic. Then you got a whole host of consequences with trade deficits. So, see, every part of our economy has consequences when you don't take care of it. Trade deficits. Remember, Trump can't focus on bringing down our trade deficit. He's got to focus on that because this is a huge drag on our economy. All right, when we get back, we're going to take a look at some stocks. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang. We tell you the truth here.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the markets open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
When the markets open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
PhilsGang.com is not the only way you can stay in touch with what we do throughout the day. With today's social media, you can stay up to date with Phil's Gang current events. You can find Phil's Gang on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and more. Phil's Gang radio show is broadcast live Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, Periscope, and, of course, YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Go to philsgang.com and find our social media buttons at the top left-hand corner of the site. philsgang.com and Phil's Gang social media, keeping you connected.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
You're not a regular listener to Phil's Gang? What, are you nuts? Listen to Phil Grandy and check out philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, so let's take a look at some of our stocks. Now, the one thing that we do know what's going on is it's the banks that are the most important sector. You take the banks and you take the industrials, and that's what we want to focus on right there. Because if they get clobbered, it's over, and the banks are really getting hit hard. So we always want to make sure our members are in the position to short. So when the banks get hit hard, they can switch their position, make money as the banks go down, because the banks lead the market down, they lead the market up. You should always be in a position, or whoever's handling your stock portfolio for you should always make sure, with the same ease that you buy a stock, they should have that same ease in which to sell a stock short. It is silly to think that you sit there and call your broker or planner and ask them, what should we do? And the market's going down and it keeps going down, and they tell you, oh, don't worry about it, you're just fine. Keep buying more of it. That's ridiculous. That's just crazy. Always be in a position, and that's what we do. Always make sure our members are always with the banks, because the banks are so important. The banks, I mean, that's it. The banks lead everything. So at 2 o'clock every afternoon, we put up our portfolio stocks, and whatever stock that you want to participate in at 2 o'clock, click on, or you can do it when you get home at night, and the video is there. It tells you exactly what to do. I mean, that is pretty easy. Think about it. That is pretty easy. Now, everybody asks me, well, what do you think the market's going to do? The market's going to do whatever it wants to do. But remember, the market is being propped up, just like the banks have been propped up, and they're still being propped up. The market hasn't gone anywhere for a whole year. Think about that. For a whole year, the market hasn't gone anywhere. We're right now where we were a year ago, but people can't figure that out. When these guys come on, CNBC and Bloomberg, tell how great the economy is, they never talk about the fact that the economy, the stock market, has not moved in a year. Now, what does that mean? It means that the big institutional buyers are pulling out of the market. They're pulling their money out of the market. That's why for a year they can't make a new high. So what we're going to do is focus and be prepared on these stocks that are going to break down first, like your banks, your industrials. We'll focus on those. And honest to God, when last Tuesday, when they had to borrow the banks of $128 billion because the banks had no money. They had no money. Just like in 2006 to 2008, they had no money. That's how we went broke, remember? We're starting to see the same thing all over again. But nobody wants to believe it because they really want to believe what they're hearing on these financial shows every day. They just love hearing how everything's wonderful. Well, I ask my members, let's just not get married to the market. Let's be neutral. Let's make money. And that's what we do. So we have right now, give you an example, if you look at some of the stocks we're in right now, our Goldman Sachs, we're shorting it. That's right. Goldman Sachs is a leader, and it's going down. I bet they don't have you short in Goldman Sachs, whoever's in charge of your 401k. I guarantee they don't have you short Goldman Sachs. So we have a beautiful 5% return for this month. We just got in. This is October 7th. And we shorted it this month. We've only been in it a few days, and we already have a nice return of 5%. We also have a nice return on Caterpillar. Caterpillar is going to get hit hard, and we already shifted our position to short it. 5%. We got a 5% gain. Oil, Schlumberger, perfect. Showing up. Institutions are pulling their money out. And when institutions pull their money out, we see it. The chart, the algorithms that we designed, it identifies when money is coming out, and then that's when we set our positions up so that we make sure we're not just sitting on the market and the market's going down and they're losing money. That's ridiculous. And to buy more of it, that's crazy. Now, gold is going to be one of our, well, we made a lot of money this year in gold already. Okay, so I'm just going to put up GLD right now. And gold right now, the dollar, okay, what's happening is we need to see the dollar start dropping. Soon what's going to happen, investors are going to shift to the bond market. They're going to be petrified. They're going to shift to the bond market. And when they shift to the bond market, they buy bonds. The yield will go down, the interest rates. When you buy bonds, remember, your interest rate goes down and your dollar goes down. That sets you up for a beautiful position to make money in gold. So if you join my gang today, you will be set. So, sometimes we're ahead of ourselves a whole month by following the different sectors like banks, our metals, our industrials. So we're always way ahead of it. But I can tell you this. If you're going to sit back and think that everything's great, the wages are great, and they're not. Our manufacturing is over. You're never going to get manufacturing. Look, our big wages in this country come from manufacturing. They're not going to come back. Those jobs will never come back to this country. All you need to think about is, okay, what position should I be in? What stock should I be in? Well, what we do for our members, we make sure you're in those right sectors. We're watching the repo market. We saw the $128 billion. Did your broker call you? Did your planner call you? Where your 401k was? Did anybody call you and say, oh, by the way, last Tuesday we saw $128 billion printed in money to bail out these banks that are going to collapse because they didn't have any. They couldn't roll over their short-term loans overnight in the repo market. All that is, the repo market means, like I say, you go in. All the banks go to at night. Let's say go to the clubhouse. Okay, and every bank helps the other bank overnight to give them money. But then when they don't start trusting each other, they stop giving money. And that's what happened the other day. There was no money to give. They had to print it, $128 billion. That is a very bad message, but that's a great opportunity for us. So this is an opportunity. Everybody's panicked, but we're looking at what a great opportunity, especially for the bank stock. So another good bank stock is Morgan Stanley. What a beautiful pattern it has. Morgan Stanley. When it makes a new low and breaks through $39, it's snapping back right now. But the trend is down. So we got a beautiful setup to short Morgan Stanley, make some nice money on Morgan Stanley. That's going to be a beautiful profit maker, Morgan Stanley. If you take a look at Bank of America, that's another one. It's snapping back. But when it makes a new low, takes out 27, that's going to be a very profitable stock. But we're going to be way ahead of these. We're going to be maybe a week or 2 weeks ahead of them, like we were when we made the 65% return in gold. We were way ahead of everybody else in gold. Everybody started talking about buying gold in September. We already bought it in May. So Morgan Stanley has a lot of promise. Citibank has a lot of promise. Goldman Sachs has a lot of promise, meaning shorting it. You've got to learn how to short a stock. So every day at 2 o'clock, we post our video, and we tell you exactly what to do. You can't have it better than that. That is so easy to do. It works, believe me. Listen.
XLB, same thing, right? We took some profits on Friday with both XRT and XLB. We're still holding our positions fine. Our stop on XLB is at 57.43.
Now, think about that. So we're watching, these are our materials, and so you haven't got to do a thing. We do it all for you. We watch everything for you. If you just follow our instruction, 2 o'clock Eastern, and we're going to make sure you're in a position when the market goes down, you're going to be making money. That's the key right there. That's a beautiful thing. We'll be right back after this break here on Phil's Gang. Join my gang, $39.95.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
We're speaking with Jared Douglas. He's a licensed mortgage loan originator, and his company's called Cash Call Mortgage. Let me give you his number, 949-535-9385, or you can go to cashcallmortgage.com. Jared, I want to thank you. The service you gave us was incredible. Why don't you explain a little bit when you say how you specialize in alternative products for self-employed applicants?
Yes, thank you, Phil. Thanks for having me on. So what we specialize in is alternative
product for applicants who are self-employed. We have a product for applicants that are, have a lot of assets but no documentable income. And then we have another version for, real estate investors. So there's 3 versions of our alternative approach or alternative product that helps people with, outside-the-box scenarios get financing.
Again, let me give you his number, 949-535-9385, 949-535-9385, or you can go to cashcallmortgage.com. Every time I'm on the air, join my gang, try it. Try it for 30 days. AT&T, we got a 3% profit so far in May. Our Goldman Sachs are up 6%. Our Intel, we have a profit of 16% shorting it. Caterpillar, we're up 11% shorting it. And Schlumberger, we're up 18% because we shorted it. That's how you make money in this game.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Thousands of investors trust philsgang.com to deliver the tools and resources they need to invest with confidence. With the Philsgang Max Best 1000 stock charts, you have the power to create highest quality, color-coded, easy-to-read charts in just a few simple clicks. Designed specifically for technical analysis and investing, the Philsgang Max Best 1000 stock chart seamlessly integrates and functions on mobile, tablet, desktop, and web devices. Isn't it time you leave behind the old stock research routine, spending hours reading websites, out-of-date newsletters, and magazines? Instead, subscribe to the Philsgang Max Best 1000 stock charts and plan your entire investment strategy. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264, and we'll see you on the charts.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Don't you know what you're doing?
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang, 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-GANG. I want you to listen to this. Tell me what you get out of this.
We really needed that good but not great non-farm payroll number we got at 8:30 today. This market's got huge headwinds blowing from Washington. Everything from the trade wars to the inability to get a NAFTA replacement deal done with Mexico and Canada to the Federal Reserve's lack of sensitivity to the strong dollar.
What does that mean to you? Nothing. It's jibber jabber. That's all it is. It's garbage. Do you understand what he's saying?
We really needed that good but not...
He's just trying to impress you. That's what these guys do. They give you all this garbage. Listen to what he's saying. It's insane what he's saying. So let's break it down so it's simple. Okay? Here it is. Friday, the job number sucked. That's what he should have said. The number sucked. We're going backwards. We were doing 160,000 jobs a month. Now we're down 130,000 jobs a month. Also, our growth in our economy is decelerating. It's decelerating, not accelerating. Our banks, they have no money. Some of the banks had no money. They were going to go bust on Tuesday. They had to get the Federal Reserve emergency come and print money. Doesn't that mean anything? See, this is what you should be told. Then what we're going to tell you, okay, our gang, is you don't have to listen to that jibber jabber. All you have to do is listen to, okay, Goldman Sachs. We've been short in Goldman Sachs. It's going down. We're making money as it goes down. And we're going to make sure you make money, if you remember, as it's going down. And then if it turns and starts going back up, you're going to make money on the way back up. We're going to make sure we always position you. I mean, this stuff he tells you is garbage. I mean, what do you get out of it?
The manufacturing side of the ledger is just not doing that well. The weakness in manufacturing hiring gives Fed Chief Jay Powell all the ammo he needs to justify cutting the federal funds rate.
How does he know they're going to cut? You don't know. So I see he's going to set you up based on maybe a fund they're going to cut. We don't set our gang members up on maybe they're going to cut rates. We set our gang member up on something that's solid, looking forward, looking at the bond yields. When the bond yield, for heaven's sakes, when you have a bond yield, a 3-month Treasury bond yield, you can get more interest on 3 months than you can on 10 years. That is very, very negative. But they don't want to tell you that stuff. So we break it down so it's simple and make sure our members are positioned perfectly. So just try it for a month. Just try it for a month. See how you do. I do want to say, before I run out of time, this is amazing to me. Listen to this woman's, her name is Farkas. And this was right before Trump became president. And she already said she was working for Obama in Ukraine. She headed up the Ukraine operation, and she was working for Hillary Clinton in Ukraine. So they're already setting up trying to screw Trump before he even became president. And she comes out and says, oh, if he wins, not to worry, we're going to impeach him. This is before he became president.
We do have a strong system of checks and balances. And actually, if Donald Trump were elected, I believe he'd be impeached pretty quickly, or somebody else would have to take over government. And I'm not even joking.
Do you know what that means? My vote doesn't mean anything. She should be arrested. She's part of a coup. She's part of a coup. What she's basically, we got a group out there, whether you hate Trump or like him, doesn't matter. No president should be thrown out of office. So they've already set it up to throw him out of office before he became president. But I'm not going to focus on that with my gang. You got Hannity. He's going to tell you all about it. You got all these people. They're going to tell you all about it every day. NBC, CBC, DDD. They're all going to tell you all about this stuff. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make sure my members, when this affects the market, that we've anticipated. We're out in front of it. So we can keep making money continually. That's the key. That's the key. Yeah, I'd love to talk about this stuff, but it's not going to help my members. Not at all. So we have some wonderful opportunities that are coming up, because I'm going to tell you right now, the stock market is ready to collapse. So they're going to keep trying to hold this market up as much as they can. Remember, the dot-com crash and the housing crash, the difference between those two and the QE, where we're in now, is we didn't have back then stock buybacks. Now we have stock buybacks. And stock buybacks can only lead to one thing: a crash. That's it. That's simple. Why? Because stock buybacks really kills your economy. Stock buybacks destroys the economy of your country. And that's what they've been doing for 8 years. The stock buybacks. So they're just playing games. And very few people are getting very, very wealthy on stock buybacks. So I'm not going to worry about that. Not going to worry about the politics of it. But I'm going to make sure my members are all set when these stock buybacks get going again. And if there's a tremendous amount of stock buybacks in gold, we're going to be there and buy. If they're selling it short, we're going to be there and selling it short. That's all you need to know. But think about this. It is crazy. I mean, when you, for 8 years, we've had nothing but stock buybacks. That's what's going to be keeping this economy going. And when you hear how great the economy is, you really believe it. Don't. Because stock buybacks destroys the economy. Stock buybacks is the biggest threat to our economy and our economic growth, because stock buyback steals money from the company capital investment account that they use to buy equipment to increase wages. So what we've been doing for 8 years, taking money from our workers, Main Street workers, we've been stealing their money, taking it out of the capital investment account so that we're not buying new equipment. Instead, we're buying stock so the CEOs can get rich and the biggest shareholders become rich. That's what this is all about for 8 years. But it's over. It's over. Because you got to say to yourself, why hasn't the market gone up in a whole year? So here we got Schiff and Pelosi. They should be ashamed of themselves. They should be focusing on the economy. And Trump, hate him or like him, he's at least trying to focus on the economy. He's trying to focus on the economy. Now, one of the things that we're going to have some real fun with are transportation stocks. The symbol is IYT. They're going to totally collapse the transportation stocks. If they drop below right around 173, they're just going to collapse. It's at 180 right now, 180, and they have a base or support around 173. What's happening is we're not manufacturing stuff to move around, and what's happening is all our big trucks like Mack and Peterbilt, all those trucks that we manufacture to haul 25,000 tons from one coast to coast, from coast to coast, right? Those businesses are down 72%. The companies that build, like the Peterbilt truck, Freightline, Mack, their business is down 72%. They're not building trucks. What's that tell you? We're not shipping stuff. The economy's not growing, so we're not shipping. But what we are doing is importing. And because we're importing, it's costing us a lot of money. It's hurting our people. They can't afford it. So let's just make sure we have, if you join the gang, we'll always have you in the right stocks, in the right position. Try it for 1 month and just help St. Jude. That's all we ask. So 877-600-GANG, go to my site or call. Try it for just 1 month, and you'll see it makes a world of difference. And all this political stuff that's going on, we could care less about it. All it's going to do is give us an opportunity. If the market crashes, we got an opportunity. Market goes up, we got an opportunity. But we're set for a crash. 877-600-GANG. Call now. Sign up for my gang. $39.95 for a month. Just try it for 1 month. See you on the chart.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.